But at a time when serious concerns are being raised over the safety of rail passengers and safe rail travel, shocking evidence of negligence has come to light that proves how the safety of millions is entrusted into the hands of children. Literally, now, not just is this breaking the law because child labor shouldn't be allowed in the first place, but visuals on your screens are from Rampur in Uttar Pradesh, where children can be seen repairing railway tracks. If Amir is still with me on the phone line, let's try and go back to him. Amir, earlier also I was speaking with Juhi Singh of the Samajwadi Party, and she also seems to suggest that this is not a first, or this is not rare. It happens quite often that government contracts are given out to these contractors, these companies, who then go on to employ children. So what can one expect in terms of a crackdown by the government on child labor in the private sector itself, when it's the government itself which seems to be completely oblivious and blind to what is happening? Now, not just is this illegal and problematic and disturbing because of the fact that children are being employed in such dangerous work, but this is Uttar Pradesh. Remember, there have been at least 3 significant very fatal train accidents in just the last 1 year. Lives have been lost. If you remember what happened to the Utkal Express that got derailed and 23 people were killed. In that case, we were told that there was maintenance work that was going on because of negligence of the railway officials and communication not being implemented properly. This accident took place. But if you're actually going to employ children to do that, then what is the safety assurance you're giving to your country? Amir is back with us on the phone line. Amir, we were speaking to Juhi Singh of the Samajwadi Party, and she was telling me the last time that this happens quite often, that government contracts also that are given out, those companies or those contractors end up employing children. And in this case, it's even more disturbing and concerning because this is railway safety we're talking about.
Yes, Tanvi, and this matter is absolutely appalling because on a number of occasions we've seen that government contractors employing children for contractual nature of labor work, and in this case, railways, happens to be a customer to these young children. It seems now in these visuals we see that this is a couple of kilometers away from the Rampur main railway station, wherein these number of children. There is not just one child who's been employed by this particular government contractor. A number of children carrying on the repair work, they have been employed by the contractor there. Although the section engineer that we spoke to, he denied that children have actually been employed by the contractor there for repair work. But yes, these visuals, do not lie. It makes it absolutely apparent that these children are being used as contractual laborers by the contractor over there. And so far, it doesn't seem that the railway authorities are inclined towards taking any action in this particular case. Although this has been reported to the higher-ups as well, the section engineer also says that he will try and find out, but there is no formal inquiry that has been ordered into this appalling incident. So far, it doesn't seem that there is any action being mulled in this particular case, although it is quite apparent that in a number of such instances, Railways has taken a lot of flack over the last several months owing to the incidents of derailments and the kind of lack of security that the Railways has offered for its passengers. So it has already been under a lot of fire, and now this new allegation that seems to be leveled against the railway authorities, it really needs to come clean on them.
Yes, and what's very interesting is that you're saying that you've spoken to officials who currently are in denial that this has even happened. Like you're saying that the visuals tell the real story, but of course there is not going to be any inquiry and any reaction if the officials on ground are in denial. So we need to take this to the higher officials. We need to get the attention of the Railways Ministry, of the newly sworn in Chief Railways Minister Piyush Goyal, and show him what's really happening in Uttar Pradesh.